Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Now we are at the school, and we're gonna meet a bunch of new characters, which means more voices. Yay!
Yay!
Alright, narrator, take us away.
The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. He's judging the gate?
Right?
In fact, gates in general seem to do that. I'm racist against gates.
You're a gatist.
Yes. But this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray
racist.
plaster.
He said black.
That does it. Assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. I thought you were supposed to have a positive attitude about this.
Well, I don't know if I would, dude. Like, just finding out that my heart is a piece of crap, I'd probably be pretty negative.
Yeah. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Probably shouldn't run too fast with your bum heart.
Watch him have a heart attack before he even gets to the door of the school.
Won't be complaining about the hospital being so close then. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway, going past trees, and the smell of fresh-cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Oh, that makes sense. Even if I had no life I could return to. In another sense in a preposition. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical.
Oh god.
Well, I'm the guys, right? So
I don't know. I don't think there's an even balance of guys and girls. I think just as the characters come, like if there's only 2 characters in a scene, you be Hisao and I'll be the other character.
Okay.
If there's 3 characters, depending on the gender, then we'll figure stuff out. Oh god, how am I gonna do the voice? You must be Nikki?
Nakai.
So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome.
We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch.
The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now.
Oh, should I go later?
Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already.
Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the class?
All
Alright, Toasts. He's not in a good mood right now, so let's not say yeah, of course. Instead,
Okay.
let's say why.
Okay. Why? Do I have to?
Of course not. That's why I asked.
Right.
Let's go then.
My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. I wonder why.
I don't know, dude. Maybe we should call Sherlock.
Yeah. Do you watch Sherlock?
The new series?
The British one, I mean. I guess it's kind of new.
The one where he jumps off the building but doesn't actually die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, gosh.
Spoilers! Okay.
Muto opens the door and enters.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again.
I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying about it so much. There isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. So we're just going to introduce ourselves no matter what we say, I guess. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. They don't really look all that excited to see us.
It's nothing new. I'm sure they get new students all the time.
Yeah. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem bigger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames, simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. It's probably worse for her. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me, a girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands, as if it will make her invisible. There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. Do you know any sign language?
Nope.
I know a few words, but I couldn't be an interpreter. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with the pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in.
Please welcome our newest classmate.
He claps his hands, and so does everyone else.
His
except
hand?
one. I need a drink, okay? Throat's starting to get dry. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand.
That's funny. Not the fact that she has one hand. That's not funny.
Yeah,
If anyone that ever watches this video has one hand, I'm sorry. It's not funny. But it was funny that he said he claps his hand, and then all of a sudden there's a girl with one hand. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that part is funny. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. After the applause, there is a brief silence that nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise. shuts up as he loses his momentum and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing.
Now is not the time for regrets, Hisao. God dang it.
Yeah. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. So does that mean I have to write it wrong? I do that and turn back to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad.
We're going to be doing some group work today, so it'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right?
How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression.
Oh.
Is that supposed to say slowly?
I don't know. Oh, I think he was calling himself slow because it took him forever to realize that he didn't know who Hakamichi was.
Oh.
Oh, right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi.
I think that's supposed to be Shizune.
Shizune. It is. Shizune Hakamichi.
As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Man, that's some hair on her.
Oh god,
Looks
I hate
like,
doing her voice. Oh, it's so bad.
This is me.
I know, but
Hey.
It's coming up.
Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Her hair looks like one of those wigs from, like, the people used to wear all the time in England.
Yeah. Oh god. I gotta do the annoying, preppy, popular girl voice.
That was perfect. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shi-chan. Oh. I'll get into it.
Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. Man, that's a hell of a nod. Says all that. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. I can sign that.
You can?
Yeah, nice to meet you. That's an easy one.
How do you do it? Is it even possible to explain sign language?
Well, you... I don't know how to explain it.
Let's worry about it some other time.
Yeah. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?"
Oh god. I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her.
It's called an interpreter. Yeah. See?
I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Whoa. Allow me to facepalm that question, since like there was this whole long introduction of him to class.
That's a good point.
Well, Shichan, of course he is. Oh, there we go. Thank you for proving my point, Misha. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no... Oh, I was like, what happened with that sentence? If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right.
Well, I guess she wouldn't have been able to hear the introduction. She might be able to read lips, though, I guess.
Probably.
Misha looks at me with a weird expression.
If she could, then she wouldn't have Misha to translate. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt
Some
you.
people that are deaf can read lips, but because it's not super accurate, they'll still get an interpreter. Because it just helps tremendously.
Okay.
Anyway.
We don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's drone and fumbling with my name.
We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today. So soon, Hee-chan, right?
Hee-chan?
Yep, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it aloud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits. You look just like I imagined.
Her character keeps changing, like she's about to say something, and then it's just an ellipsis.
Oh god, the laugh. Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, you look just like a Hee-chan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Sorry about that. Shichan wants you to know that she's the class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around, and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. See, that's why we probably should have walked around, but isn't that what we chose? Like, I don't understand why we came to class anyway.
Anyway. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either.
I agree.
Always, even what?
Well, I don't know about that.
Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shichan?
And I guess you should know if you're gonna go to a convenience store in like a terrible neighborhood.
Yeah, you should probably grab something to defend yourself.
Just not go, or go to a different one. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. He's just, he's got a narcolepsy problem.
Wait,
that's not the right word, is it?
Do you mean narcissism?
Yes. Narcolepsy is when you fall asleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would be more hilarious.
Yeah, just randomly in class. Okay.
Sucks for those people. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply.
You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. What?
Oh no, I don't know. I mean,
I can't. The laughter is gonna kill me. Okay.
you're doing a great job of it though. All right.
Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate?
Shizune.
Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate? Yup. Shizune is fine.
Huh. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess.
Oh god, there's an exclamation
She finally
mark.
said something.
Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shichan will get mad.
The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. And we did just spend like 50 minutes talking to each other.
That too.
Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. I wonder if Japanese sign language is different from English sign language. I think they are, but I'm not sure there is one for Japanese or not. I guess there's probably one for every language.
God, that is a deep question, dude. Is sign language...
Well, I know there are differences between British Sign Language and English Sign Language.
Okay, then there's probably different...
but I don't know if there is even is sign language for other languages.
We'll have to Google it
I
after this.
assume so.
Google holds the answers to
Yeah.
everything. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long.
And end of episode 2. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next episode.
See ya.